On this day in automotive history, in 1915, American actress Anita King set out from Hollywood in her Kissel car to become the first female to drive across the United States alone. In 1927, Lucy O'Reilly Schell finished 12th driving a Bugatti in the Beauvais Grand Prix in France. She was the first and only American woman to drive in a Grand Prix. And in 1991, Michael Schumacher made his Formula One debut at Spa. He drove for Jordan after replacing Bertrand? Gachot. Sorry, I just butchered that name. I am so sorry. It's kind of a funny story, I guess. I should look into this. He was jailed, apparently, for assaulting a London taxi driver the year before. I don't know if that part's funny. But the fact of how Michael Schumacher, one of the greatest guys ever to drive a Formula One car, got his debut because of that, I just don't know what to say.
Hello, I'm Wally, and welcome to Washing. Let me go ahead and start off by saying this is going to be kind of an update video at the same time as a launch to my very first series, my season 1 of something that I'm actually going to commit to a season by season kind of base, and we're going to go from there. There's a couple things that I really wanted to talk about before we get into everything, just because this is going to be something new, so I want to get the format kind of out, and we'll go from there. First off, let's just go ahead and get into the new things that are on the car. We do have these amazing 17 by 7.5 Sparco Terra whites wrapped in a Kumo Exta PA51 tire. We have these brand new fender, or the side markers that are, as you can see, kind of cool, kind of nifty. It's not a thing for US cars, or for the US pre-facelift Foresters, I guess. And then the Forester, or not the Forester, the spoiler, which came as an added option for the US. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do this as best as I can. There's a couple things that I already have ideas on what I want to do and how I want to do this. But a lot of this is going to be trial and error. Like I said earlier, this is the first time I'm doing something like this. I'm pretty, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, I want to be a content creator, but like I'm scared to make content at the same time. And I know the lighting right here is just terrible, so maybe I'll just put something there. But it's going to change. I have plans. I just can't set everything up right now. There's an awning that I'm going to be under it's going to be walled off. So hopefully there shouldn't be that much wind noise, there shouldn't be that much sunlight. I shouldn't really have to worry about a whole lot of things, and then we'll go from there. But that's pretty much it for now. There's a few things that I want to go over, obviously, but I'm kind of doing this, like I said, as a format. So with all the updates out of the way, everything that is new on the car that I haven't shown you or anything like that has now been shown. Let's just get straight into wheel 1, I guess. So really quickly, I forgot to add, there's a few more things. This is the first time I've actually written out a video plan and a script. I don't know if the wind noise is really bothering or anything like that. I do plan on getting a microphone and a proper setup anyway, but we'll go from there. There's some bits of the format that I will say. So it's gonna look really weird that I did a palm cut and I'm back in the same exact position. Either way, let me just go ahead and tell you what's going on with the wheels and everything. Every Wednesday, we're gonna do one of these. Every wheel has its own kind of special thing to it, and I'll go over, maybe just episode 1 today, what I planned on doing for this episode. Each season, I want to do 10 to 12 episodes, so 10 to 12 weeks. I feel like that's good. 5 seasons in a year, roughly 4 to 5 seasons in a year. And then, yeah, that's actually pretty much it. That's the whole format that I want to say. There's a couple more things that I'm going to throw in there. Some are very obvious, some aren't. But let's see if you guys can figure that out. And now, finally, without further ado, let's do it again, and this time correctly, onto wheel 1. Sorry about that, everyone. I jumped the gun a bit, and I did do the first pre-wash, or I did the first rinse off, and obviously a lot came off because the wheel doesn't look that bad. The wheels are still pretty clean. Realistically, this is the first week they've been on, so they shouldn't be that dirty by now. but I want to do it anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start off with the Sticky Citrus Wheel Cleaner from Chemical Guys. A lot of my stuff is from Chemical Guys. That's kind of what that's what I looked up. That's what I wanted to start with. Everything else was like pretty cool in there. But I have used some Chemical Guys stuff before, and it works pretty well. If I'm doing it wrong, please let me know, because I only have a couple instances of knowledge here. But I know I'm supposed to let it kind of run a bit and whatnot, but I can go into everything else. So we can go into wheel 1 actually while I'm here. It has been talked about before, and again, I don't know if the wind noise is that bad, but it has been talked about before in several videos. I'm not a crazy big knowledgeable car guy. It's just not something that it's not that I don't enjoy. It's just I don't have the knowledge like other people do for maintaining, cleaning, all of the good stuff when it comes to car related stuff. I need to stop saying stuff. Like working on cars, I don't know how to do that necessarily. Like I do, but I don't. I did work in the parts department, so I mean I understand all that, but it's a journey. That's kind of the whole thing. It's a journey. If anything, I'm kind of more interested in detailing. If you couldn't tell, go ahead and get this off as best as I can without breaking the damn thing. Ooh. That's kind of hard in there, so let's swap it up. The other Chemical Guy brush here. We'll go over the big part of the wheel. Again, if I'm doing something wrong, or if you have suggestions, constructive, I am all open to constructive criticism. I know I'm not supposed to be going down and then up. That's bad. You don't want to bring. That's another thing. Like I said, detailing. I'm not super knowledgeable in either, but I know that you don't want to bring stuff that was on the bottom up to the top. And now, one last bit. Take a little brush. We get all the nooks and crannies. Get around the lugs. Agitate over the logo. The center cap. Just kind of get all the places you can't really get. And I do have smaller ones, but like this is really good for like around the valve stem. Real fine-tune detailing. But with that being said, this segment, wheel 1 is basically just going to be for updates. If there's a sponsor segment, we'll do a sponsored segment. If there's anything special or extra, anything like that, you're going to see it in on this wheel right here. I do have to go, actually no, I left the water on, I believe. Let's go ahead and rinse this bad boy off. Now, hopefully I didn't get the camera wet there. Doesn't look like I did, but looks pretty good, don't you think? I would say so. That's gonna do it for wheel 1. Moving on to wheel 2. How's it going? We're back at wheel 2 now. It's gonna be I think you're a little bit farther away now. My brother has his other car sitting here, so it's a little in the way. Now, wheel 2, the format for this was car updates. Not necessarily what is going, or what is on the car, what is going on the car. So if you can tell, not that much gap. I've started to rub. Basically what I'm on right now is I'm on 04 WRX Coupe suspension. So basically the suspension behind me for this WRX behind me is on this car. If I got the wagon STI suspension, it would have been a drop, but it would have been a little bit better, less squeaky. It could handle the weight. Updates for this car on this wheel. Just not on this wheel, but basically when we're on wheel 2, when we're going over this one, that's what this is, or that's what the format is going to be. It's going to be car updates, anything like that. So suspension is planned. I haven't found anything. I haven't really looked into something. I would rather go coilovers than anything, but at the same time, I do also want to go camping and overlanding, so I may be buying either a rooftop tent or some kind of trailer for the car. Probably a rooftop tent, realistically, just because I don't think it can tow a trailer. And I don't want it this low, because obviously, you know, that limits the campsites we can go to and whatnot. And it would be me and my wife, and potentially like our dog, and our adventure cat. And I'm already doing this wrong again, because I'm basically going in a circle when I need to be starting here and doing this and then going down. But what are you gonna do? I don't know if it necessarily matters on the wheels, considering the damn things just go all the way around the whole time anyway. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get that brush off a bit. But yeah, suspension, wheels obviously already purchased. Tires are going to be the next thing that I need to get if it comes to like off-roading and whatnot. But realistically, if I do get a rooftop tent, then I would need to be a little bit higher. I need the ground clearance, and then I could go wherever I wanted to go and be all fun and cool and whatnot. But suspension, tint, either a wrap or paint, haven't really decided. A bunch of friends keep telling me to go wrap, and it's like I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time it's like that's so much more maintenance to do a wrap, in my opinion. And I could be completely wrong here. And I know it's cheaper, but it's toss up. But suspension, tint, paint, or wrap, depending. What else is going to be done? Exhaust. That's another one that I really want to do. There's a few more, but realistically, that's like in the main chamber, the main plan for what we're going to do to the car. But yeah, that's kind of it for. That's it for wheel 2. So I'm gonna go rinse it off really quick. How's it going, everyone? We're back at wheel 3 now. Since the light is really weird, should I shake it more? Am I using too much of it? It's lost its viscosity. But you know what, maybe I shouldn't be pushing it too hard anyway, because I really don't need that much. They're not that dirty. So, wheel 3, if you can hear me, I know there's a lot of wind going on. A lot of this is going to be my hand talking. That's fine. Deal with it. It just happens. No, I'm not Italian. Bub to ba. Anyway. It's just a joke, by the way. Sorry. Anyway, wheel number 3 is a personal rant or story time, updates on anything else. Today, actually, my brother came over and we were going over some stuff. He's working on making his own parts now, which is actually super cool. And I'm really happy that he's getting into it and that he's becoming his own boss, because I really think he deserves that, and I think that's how he should be doing things. And I'm happy that I can be part of that process and I can help him. So we got his reseller license today, so he can do some stuff on the side and generate more revenue. He purchased a CNC machine, or he is purchasing a CNC machine, so he will be building his own, or he'll be basically making his own fittings and everything else he needs to build these parts. And it's super cool, and I'm really happy and I'm really proud of him that he's doing it. And it's kind of, you know, it's not kind of, it is motivating me to also consider that as an option, as a way of income. And that's something that's super cool, and I'm happy that it's like motivating me, because my track record isn't the greatest when it comes to jobs and to working and to all that fun stuff. What's up, pup? The dogs that I showed are back, just running around. I don't know why. I think it's our neighbors across the street. Yeah, I don't think they realize that they're out yet. I will bring them back later. Or maybe I'll just cut now and bring them back. I don't know. Oh, no, never mind. They found them. They're coming out. Alright, we're good. Anyway, so my brother, with his CNC machine and whatnot, I would be helping by purchasing a 3D printer. And I would be printing other parts that he needs, and also just kind of stuff for myself on the side. I have a few friends with 3D printers, and they kind of just do a bunch of random things. It'd be super cool if I could learn how to actually like design and make, well, I mean, I'm not designing real actual cars. I want to print actual cars, like not like real, but like a little collectible one, something like that, with like really super high res filament or resin or something like that, and then just have them as like collections, paint them, do stuff like that, you know. It'd be super cool, and I think that's kind of where we're at. So like, if you want any extra information on what's going on, I'll put a few pictures right now, like maybe like right here. Ding, 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 ding. What does he have? He's got like 4. Whatever. So currently right now he's doing cylinder 4 cooling mods for Subarus. They 100% overheat if you're pushing too hard. Not enough coolant can get all the way over to cylinder 4. So with this mod, it just basically helps your whole engine run just a little bit cooler, and potentially saves the life of the motor just a little bit longer. I'm not saying this is some crazy miracle thing for, you know, like 60, 70 bucks and it works all the time, but so that's basically what he's doing, and I've been helping him kind of start that whole process up. And once we get everything situated and more like settled down, I'll go a little bit more in depth with everything, and then yeah, we'll get more stuff done. But let me go ahead and get the rinse off down, and then I'll surprise you with what wheel number 4 is gonna be. That's wheel number 3. It's gonna be a surprise for wheel number 4. It's right behind me, but let's go. So there you go, everyone. That's going to be it for episode 1 of season 1 of washing. Have a good one.